is your moment. This is your moment in time.
Partners and developers from across the globe, welcome to HDC Together. Let's play together.
To shine, to shine.
Take, spin, watch and hear it. Work, paint and perfect it. Shout, sing, swing and pop it. Love, pump, push, replace it. Explore it. Explore it. Frame, light, point and shoot it. Snap, zoom, ultra wide it. Save, store and secure it. Lock, own and protect it. Explore it. Explore it. Grab, drive, blast and jump it. See, hear, touch and feel it. Act, break, join and light it. Live, 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 live it. Explore it. Explore it. Explore it.
There is always more to explore.
Explore it.
Explore it on HUAWEI App Gallery.
Explore it.
You've tamed the voices in your head. You've put your courage to the test. Laid all your doubts to rest. Your mind is clearer than before. Your heart is full and wanting more. Your future's at the door. Give it all you got. No hesitating. You've been waiting all your life. This is your moment. This is your moment in time.
Partners and developers from across the globe, welcome to HDC Together. Let's play together.
To shine.
尽快就座。
You've tamed the voices in your head. You've put your courage to the test. Laid all your doubts to rest. Your mind is clearer than before. Your heart is full and wanting more. Your future's at the door. Give it all you got. No hesitating. You've been waiting all your life. This is your moment. This is your moment in time.
Partners and developers from across the globe. Welcome to HDC Together. Let's play together.
To shine, to shine.
I will run, I will climb, I will soar. I'm undefeated. Oh, jumping out of my skin, pull the cord. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, the past is everything we were. Don't make us who we are. So I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is stars. It's not until you fall that you fly. When your dreams come alive, you're unstoppable. Take a shot, chase the sun, find the beautiful. We will glow in the dark, turning dust to gold, and we'll dream impossible. Possible.
女士们、先生们，
Ladies and
让我们欢
gentlemen,
迎
let's
常务董
welcome
事、
Executive
华为消费者业务 CEO
CEO
余承
of
东
the
先
HUAWEI
生。
Consumer Business Group, Richard.
各位来宾、各位朋友，
Distinguished
各位开发者
guests,
朋友
dear friends,
大家
dear
下午好。
developers, good afternoon.
非常高兴一年一
It's
度我
my
们又
great
相聚在这里。
pleasure to
去年我们在这里
gather
我搞了我们的第
in
一
the
届开
same
发者大
place.
会。
Last year we
今
held
年
the
我
first
看有更多的
HDC
开发者
HUAWEI
来
Developer
踊跃来参
Conference.
加，因为在疫
And this
情
year
的管
we
控的原因
have
啊，
more
可能
developers
很多人
joining
就
us
因为我们这个人
because
不允
of
许
the
有这么多的人。
COVID-19 control.
所以我希
We're
望大
not
家可以通
allowed
过
to
线上来
invite
观看
so
我们
many
这次的
developers,
我们
so
的开
we
发者
also
大会。
opened the online
我们
channel.
华为啊，正经历一个美国第3轮制裁的困难时
HUAWEI
期。
is
在这个
experiencing
困难的时
its
期内，
ongoing
我让大
a
家来
third
参加
US
我们
ban.
的发布会，来共建
At this difficult
我们的
time,
生态。去年
you
我
joined
们
HDC
发布了我们的这个
and help us
我们的鸿蒙的
work together with
OS，
us
我
to
们也
build
发布了
the
我们生态的
ecosystem.
一些计
Last
划。
year we released
我们要
Harmony
跟大家
OS and
一起
also
来
our
共建
ecosystem development
万物互
plan.
联的
We're
全场
going
景
to
智
work
慧
with
生
you
活
to
的
jointly
生态。
build a fully
回
connected
顾华
all
为
scenario
消费
intelligent
者业务
ecosystem.
过去这9年
Looking back
成
the
长的历
past
程。
9 years
我
of the
从
consumer
2012年
business,
开始，我来负责这一块
I
业务。
was assigned
目
to
前
take care
到现在
of
真的差不多9年时
consumer
间。
business in
我记得12年到
2011.
15年那几年，我们重
Over the
点
past 9 years,
发
I
展我们的高
remember
端产
from
品。过去我们
2011 to 2015,
2016
we
到19年那
focused
几
our
年，我们正
efforts
在
in
重点是
developing
建设我们的
high-end
高端品
products.
牌，
From
在全球
2016 to
建设到华为的高端品
2019,
牌。
we
从
focused on
2019年开始，
building premium brand.
我们
Starting
全
from
面面向全场景的智
2019
慧生态的
onwards,
转型，
we
构筑我们
moved
的生态。
towards
这也是
the efforts
我
of
们的
building an all-scenario intelligent
HiLink 生
ecosystem.
态，全
This
场景
is
生态，我
our
们1+8加 N 的
hardware
硬件生态
ecosystem.
我们
with
提出了
1 plus
是
8
我们的
plus
智能手
N.
机8，包
1
括
refers
8
to
种智能
smartphones,
硬件外
8
设，
refers
包括
to
PC， 包括
8
平板
type of smart
包括
devices,
穿戴
including
包括等
PC,
等
tablets,
它围绕
wearable
着大家的
devices.
家庭、出行、运动健康。
They are
办公
focusing
等等
on the
生
areas
活的
of
全场景，
traveling, sports,
提供无
health,
缝的
and
智慧
office.
生活的
We provide
这个全场景的这种解
seamless
决方案。
solution for all scenarios. This is our hardware ecosystem solution. Since May 16, we have increased our efforts in developing application ecosystems. Huawei developed a few applications at the same time, also have developers who develop many applications. We released the HMS ecosystem and Harmony OS ecosystem. We have 1+8+N hardware ecosystem and High-Link ecosystem together with application ecosystem supported by HMS and Harmony OS. We are going to create an all-scenario intelligent ecosystem.
过去的这9年我们也实现了高速的发展。
In the past 9 years, we enjoyed fast growth.
300万台的发货量，到去年
At the very beginning in 2010, the shipment was 3 million, and last year the shipment was 240 million. At this challenging time, we still realize that this target, and our market share ranked number 2, and the total revenue is more than 460 billion yuan. I'd like to say thank you to the support to consumers for their support. I'd like also to say thank you to developers who provide us great support. Because with their support, we are able to achieve growth in spite of the challenging situation. We are enjoying fast growth in all businesses. Smartphone in China market number 1. With a market share of over 50% in recent few months because of the restrictions and the software shortage, our influence, our business is affected. In overseas market, the global market share still ranks number 1 for smartphone business. Wearable devices, including wristband and watches, also enjoying number 1 market share in both Chinese market and the global market. Smartwatch, number 1 in China, number 2 globally. Tablet, number 2 in China, number 3 in global market. Laptops and laptops enjoying more than 100% growth. TWS earphones also enjoying huge growth. In many domains, we have enjoyed more than 100% growth. So we can see our business is growing fast. And refers to products developed by our partners. We hope to see more growth with this category of products. We have assigned more than 8,000 engineers and 600 global technical support personnel. In the short span of less than 1 year, we provided over 200,000 consultations to developers, and we have provided 1 million online/offline training sessions with 1 million attendees. With the support of global developers, HMS has been integrated by 96,000 applications. Every day, this figure is increasing. There are 490 million active users, and there are 261 billion app downloads. So we can say that this growth is really fast. It is challenging to develop an ecosystem, but with your support and with the hard work of our team, the development has exceeded our expectation. We are now the world's 3rd largest mobile app ecosystem. We also work with more than 800 partners to build high-link smart device ecosystem. We do not produce household appliances. We started from producing telecommunication equipment, so we have a powerful connection capability. Harmony OS plus High-Link OS could enable all the household appliances and other hardware vendors to easily make their products to be smart. They are able to improve the experience of users. The hardware products can can see their value increased.
还是开放的？
Do you want to establish a closed ecosystem or open ecosystem?
我们要构筑一个
We want
全面开放的、
create
全
a
面开放
fully
给开发
open
者的和合作伙伴的，
ecosystem
华
for
为的这
developers
个
and
开放的生态，
partners.
把华为的核心技术和软件
The
能力
core
开放
technologies
赋
and
能
hardware
给
and software
全球的开发
capabilities
者
will
和
be
生态合作伙伴们。
open to the developers and partners.
我们的 HMS Call 5.0， 我们从去年5月16号制裁开始来
Ever
开发我们
since
的
May
HMS Call。
16th,
现在
we
我们已经
started
迭代
our
到版本
efforts
到
in
5.0
HMS
了。
core
大家
development.
拿到的
Now
华为
we
手机、
have
华为的平板、
HMS
华为
core
的产品里面
5.0.
都已经内
In
置
the
了
Huawei products
HMS Call。
you
新版本
bought in the
5.0 已经
past,
全面上线。
HMS core
我们
has been
HMS Call
embedded.
5.0
The
提供了
5.0
更强
version
大的
is
软硬件
already
的协同能
online.
力，
It
包
provides
括七大
more
领域，包括
capable
这个
software and
我们提供了
hardware
12000
capabilities.
多个
We
场景化的
provide
API，
more
这个
than
API 的数量超过了
12,000
Google 这个 GMS
APIs.
Call 的这个能力。
More,
我
the
们还提
number
供了
of
5号的
APIs is larger than that
和开
of
发开
GMS.
发工具。
We also provide
我
5
们把我
sets
们
of
的强大的
IDEs
AI
and
能力，
development
我们的
tools.
鸿蒙超系统的分布式的能力，
The distributed
我们的强大的影像能
capabilities,
力、
AI
通信能力、
capabilities, photography,
地图等等
communications,
等
map,
等很多能力，都
graphics
开放给
rendering,
开发者。
among many other
我们提供
powerful
了这种大量的这
capabilities
种
are
kit，
now
这种
available
kit
to
的能力的调用，
developers.
也大幅度的
By
增强应用的
invoking
体
the
验，
kit,
提升了
the
方便
experience
开
of
发
your
者开
app
发
will
者
be
更有竞争
significantly
力的应用。
boosted
像比如说
so
我们
that your
AI 的
app
调用
can
量
be more
是非常非常大
competitive
的。
in
待
the
会儿我的同
market.
事他们有更
And
多的一些
later,
详细介绍。
my colleagues will show
我
you
们举
more
一个例子，这个例子
statistics.
像我们的 Camera Kit，
For
如
example,
果我们
our
的应用
camera kit.
调用我们的 Camera
If
Kit，
an app
那
is
我们的
able
照
to
片、
call
拍
the
照片、
camera
拍视频
kit,
视频
then
和
when your
图像
app
的这个
is
能
trying
力
to
会得到
record
极大的增强，
videos
体验会
and
得到极大的增强。
photos,
这比相比
the
过去
image
的
quality
传统的东西
will be
体验
much better,
有非常
and
大
the
的提升。
experience of your user will be
比如我们华为是通信器
unimaginably
的出身公司，
boosted.
我们开放
We are
世界一流的通信能力，
Communication
调用这个
vendor.
通信能力的这种 kit，
That's why
比
Huawei
如
is in a
Share Kit，
position to
让
provide
我
you
们那个
with the
手机之
optimal
间这个
communication
华为分
capabilities.
享
Our share
能
kit
达到160兆比特每秒。
can
比这个没有
improve the
支
near
持
field
HMS 的像
transmission
普通安卓应用
rate
快
up to
160%。
160
像我们的
Mbps,
Kit
which is
能够在
80%
多屏
faster
协
than
同
the Android
多屏
apps
这种
without
时延更
HMS.
低，
Our
速度
CAST
更快。
kit will
让我们多高
reduce
速的联网
the
能力的
latency
wireless
of
kit，
the
就很
screen
少，
cast,
时延很短，
and wireless kit is
所以这
also
样的能力，
reducing the
我们
packet
举
loss
这样的例子，这样的
consumption.
能力提供给大家，让我
All
们的
these
应用如
kits
虎
are
添
the
翼。
capabilities that we made available to
我们还举另外一个
developers
例子，
so
像
that
AI Kit，
your
我们 AI Kit
app
我们华为发布
development
了
will
合
be
组
so
的
much
这种
easier.
今年的我们
AR
沉浸式的这种渲染体验，
Kit
像 3D 的图形处理能
has
力、空间计算能
empowered
力
a
和
feature
3D 的
developed by
场景
Huawei
编辑的
called
工具体验能力，
Cyberverse,
将未来
which comes
把
with
在现
immersive
实世界
rendering
中
capabilities,
把
3D
虚拟
map
和现实世界
processing
融合在一
tools,
起，
spatial
能够超出
calculation
给大家提供
capabilities,
超乎
and
想
3D
象
scenario
这
editing
种
tools.
叠加的这种能力
It will basically combine the digital world
我想
together
我们这种
with
kit
the
还有很多
physical
时间要用
world,
不一一
and
介
the
绍。
experience is
使用
beyond
HiCar 是
imagination.
华为在通信解决
Huawei
方案中非常重要的一步。
is an
大家在家里有
important
HiCar，
solution
但
to
出行
enable smarter
有 HiCar
travel.
HiCar 的解决方案，它是
So
进了车以后，
HiCar,
我们的手
what
机
is
会
it?
连到你的车机里
In
面，
when you are
让
on
大量
board
的
in your
手机
car,
的应
your
用接进
phone
入
will
车机。
automatically
我
connect
们现
to
在
your
已经有20多个
head
车厂
unit or the
更多的
infotainment
车
system
厂
of your
和更
car.
多型号的车
Today, we are already
这
partnering
样
with
自
more
华为
than
HiCar 现在已
20
经运营商
automakers
超过了500万台
and
台机2021
5
但我们随着时间
million
的发展
head units
未来我
are
们希望
now
所有的车
preloading the
在
HiCar.
马路上跑的车都能支持
We hope that
HiCar
someday maybe all the models,
现在
all
已
the
经有
cars
30
on
多
the
款主流应
street
用
can
专门为车机来
enjoy
提
the
供
great
未来我
experience
们的目标
brought
是
by
所
HiCar.
有
Our
的
goals
智
in the
能终端上的应
future
用都可以
is that
在
all
车机里面
the
使用，直接使用。
apps you're using today on your phone will also be available on the infotainment system of your car.
手机的应用，我们现在支持这种横屏竖屏、横屏，现在很多的安卓应用不能横屏。
Many
但是华为
head
我
units
们通过
today
这样的能力，我们的分屏这种技
are
术，我们的
facing
横屏
difficulties in adapting
能够
to
让这些应
the
用能够在车机不
adapting
管是竖屏
your
还是横屏的车
mobile
机
apps
都能使
portrait
用缓
mode
缓地
to
使
the
用
landscape
大
mode
量
of the
的
head
我们的智
units.
能
But
终端的手机上的
Huawei
应用。
is
我
providing
们的
tools
10
for
100
you
万
to
个应
make
用，希
that
望能进入
communication so much easier. So that's why we believe that one day all the cars can enjoy the experience brought by HiCar. HUAWEI Research is a preliminary research platform for cutting-edge technologies. Huawei is partnering with industry organizations, healthcare organizations, innovation institutes, and other research institutes to make those cutting-edge technologies, including algorithms, to our developers, including our Huawei Research Cloud and the Huawei Research Kit. So developers can now enjoy greater convenience when they're developing apps or having their preliminary research. Huawei HiLink is an ecosystem built for IoT devices. The underlying layer of the HiLink will be HUAWEI. On top, we have a Huawei HiLink protocol, and on top of it is our app called AI Live. And currently, the installations of the AI Live app has reached 400 million. With the HiLink ecosystem, you can easily control everything in your home. And every day, today, there is already 1.08 billion interactions of the AI Live app. And we have also increased the number of the testing standard to over 90. Privacy and security have always been the highest priority for Huawei. The TEE of HarmonyOS has received the highest security certification in the industry, which is the Common Criteria EAL5+. We have deployed 15 data centers around the world with 4-layer encryption to protect your privacy and data security. Huawei has been implementing a robust security mechanism to make sure that the app permission is properly controlled and all your data is secure with you. HarmonyOS is the very first distributed OS born for the seamless AI Live era. We have released HarmonyOS 1.0 last year. HarmonyOS 1.0 provided distributed capabilities so that you only need to develop your app once and it can be deployed across different devices. And it also provides secure and reliable solutions based on formal verification. And today, I am proud to announce that we are releasing HarmonyOS 2.0, whose mission is to power the seamless AI Live, to power an all-scenario ecosystem, making sure that users can enjoy immersive and interactive experience, and your data and privacy are always secure. And this is one of the use cases. For example, the collaboration between your smartphone and your smartwatch, and you can use your smartwatch for navigation. We are also providing adaptive UX framework. You only need to develop your app once, and then your UX will be adapted to the screens of different form factors, being your smartphone, your tablet, or the head units. Your app will be automatically adapted to portrait mode or the landscape modes. More than that, we are providing AI audio visuals. For example, when you're in a car, you are driving behind the wheel, you don't want to be distracted by operating on your infotainment system. But now with AI audiovisual, you can interact with the head unit with voice commands. In the future, there will be millions of apps available on the infotainment system of a car. And of course, we don't want to distract our drivers with all those apps. That's why we have developed the AI audiovisual to make sure you are always safe behind the wheel. HarmonyOS 2.0, its beta version will be available for developers on September 10th, which is today, but it will be available for smart TVs, watches, and head units. And later this year, in December, the SDK, documentation tools, and simulations. And at the end of this year, in December, the SDK, documentation tool simulators of HarmonyOS 2.0 will also be available to smartphones. So maybe starting from next year, we will see smartphones with HarmonyOS. Harmony OS, we believe, will boost the experience of our users. And this is our Open Harmony, the open source roadmap. Today, Harmony OS will be open sourced to devices with the RAM between 128 KB to 128 MB. And in April, it will be available to the devices with the larger RAM. And in October next year, it will also be available to the devices with even larger RAM. We are donating code to Open Atom, and you can find more information on these two links. Huawei is also sharing our sales network and channels with global developers. We have established presence in 170 countries and regions, including the sales channels as well as the ecosystem operation organizations. So developers can benefit from all the resources we have. Huawei would like to enjoy shared success with global partners and developers. We are dedicated to introducing Chinese developers' work to global consumers, hoping to see more TikTok in the future, so that we can take them to the overseas market. And at the same time, Huawei has the ambition to help overseas developers to serve the Chinese consumers. We would like to be the bridge in between. Again, I'd like to say a big thank you to all developers. Perhaps you can put out some lights, but you can never put out all the stars in the sky. Together, we would like to join hands with all the developers who are the stars in the sky, and we believe that we are going to light the future. Now let's welcome Dr. Wang Chenlu, the president of the Software Engineering Department of HUAWEI CBG. Dear developers, partners, friends from the press, and all other friends joining us on-site or online, a very good afternoon and welcome back to Sunshan Lake again. Last year, on August 8-9, Richard, the CEO of HUAWEI CBG, released the Harmony OS. The Harmony OS 1.0 was introduced to the Honor Vision, and that was the very first step for us to transform into the seamless AI life. The distributed OS, distributed capabilities of the Harmony OS were later introduced to the Emotion UI 10.0, and the Emotion UI 10.0 then rolled out 3 great functions, 3 features: the Me Time, the multi-screen collaboration, and High Car. The 3 features were warmly welcomed and loved by consumers as soon as they were available. At the same time, the distributed application framework made it possible that the app could only be developed once, and then it could be deployed on the smartphone, on the smart TV, among other devices of the Huawei ecosystem. Over the last year, we spent a year making more explorations on the convergence of devices. So today, we are officially announcing and releasing the Harmony OS 2.0. Comparing with Harmony OS 1.0, its predecessor, it has a significant improvement. It's fundamentally better, and it marks a milestone which can be attributed to the significant boost of the distributed capabilities. And also over the years, we've learned a lot from the Emotion UI and they have become the fundamental capabilities, such as the distributed file management system, GPU turbo, among many others. These capabilities are also available on Harmony OS 2.0, and that's why Harmony OS 2.0 is significantly improved. Harmony OS 2.0 was only available to Visions, but now it will also be available to tablets, wearables, and even smartphones. The milestone it is marking is that we're supporting Huawei devices with Harmony OS 2.0, but at the same time, Harmony OS 2.0 may also be available to other vendors' devices. Maybe someday in the future, and we look back to today, and I guess at that time we will say that this is indeed a very important date along the history, along the journey of Harmony OS. The Harmony OS 2.0 will be available to all the hardware manufacturers so that they can manufacture devices with Harmony OS 2.0. At the same time, it will also be available to the northbound vendors so that we will see more mind-blowing and innovative services in the future. Let me elaborate a little bit more about Harmony OS. Harmony OS is not just a simple replacement of the current smartphone OS. It is a distributed OS born for the seamless AI life. So there are three key technologies.
The first one is distributed virtual bus. Second, distributed data management. Third, distributed security, which is quite important. Distributed virtual bus is the foundation of Harmony OS. We hope by making breakthrough in this technology, we are able to transcend the boundaries of physical devices. In the past 1 year, we have improved latency, throughput, and reliability. Last year, 12 ms latency, 2.0, 10 ms, and throughput 1.2 to 2.4 gigabits per second. And anti-packet rate, loss rate was improved from 25% to 30%. Such major breakthrough is of great significance for the commercialization of soft bus technology. We also have supported the compatibility between Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. In this way, more devices can connect with each other and know each other's capabilities with different technologies. This is very important for application development. Second is self-discovery and self-networking. Consumers are now using different devices every time. When they want to connect one device with another, complicated setting is needed. In the past, multiple devices will need we have developed technology to detect the signal released by one device. In this way, once a connection is made between two devices, then the future connections will be done automatically. A device, if it works for 16 hours, then the power consumption the battery life will only reduce by less than 10%. This is a major improvement. In the future, we're able to support self-discovery and self-networking. And the last technology is dynamic delay calibration. If we share the screen from a phone to a TV or share the audio from a phone to the Bluetooth, everything can be synchronized. With the support of these three technologies, we are able to better meet our goals. Second technology is distributed data management system. This is one of the core technologies. Device-side distributed technology is the first step. In the field of distributed file system, we have invested a lot of time and efforts. We have made the following 3 progress: cross-device, remote read and write is something we focus on. If it cannot be done in a fast way, then we are not able to support all scenarios smart life. So we use sub-bus technology plus multi-device communication. We are 4 times better than Samba, which is a good performer in the industry. This is developed by Microsoft. For files transfer, we are 4 times larger than Samba transference. Now, cross-device transmission is almost as fast as within inter-device transmission. Second is distributed database. We are now comparing with content provider from Android. This is 4 key pillars provided by Android. In one device, data can be shared among different applications. Now, cross-device data sharing can be faster than content provider, 1.3 times faster. With regard to distributed search, we are comparing ourselves with iOS Core Spotlight. With the API, users can search for data information in the database. With our capability, we are 1.2 times faster than iOS Core Spotlight. We have invested heavily in R&D to distributed data management so that we can have a solid foundation for Harmony OS. Security is a key focus. Security and privacy are something consumers pay a lot of attention to. We should treat these 2 as our top priority. In the past few years, in the smartphone, we have invested a lot of time and energy in developing technologies and solutions to improve security of individual systems. As Richard mentioned, we are the first one to get CCEL 5+ certificate for our microkernel. We are now the only one that gets this certificate. There are 7 levels. The higher the digit is, the better the certification. Here, I'd like to make a simple comparison. Oracle database, Windows operating system, their result is CCEAL 4+. We get the 5+ certificate, which means we are even more secure. Are we able to achieve the same results in the distributed system? The overall design remains unchanged, be it individual system or the whole distributed system. We will need to ensure the device is not tampered, and we will need to ensure users are accessing the right device in the right way. This is the design principle that we should abide by in distributed security system. That is, right user, right device, and right data. By integrating multiple devices, we are able to authenticate users through multiple domains. Now, when we use a smartphone, we need to use a Face ID or fingerprint or password to verify our identity. When multiple devices are connected, it is possible for us to authenticate a user with multiple authentication elements. For example, if the application needs high security level, then it can call Face ID and the heart rate information collected from your smartwatch, and then authentication can be made with 2 elements. In this way, it can greatly improve reliability. The application security level should be matched automatically, so no user interference is needed. We offer great convenience to consumers, and the overall interaction is quite secure and safe. Right device. We developed the TE kernel. I'd like to say thank you to all the engineers who have been working on hard software engineering. Such TE can be deployed in various devices. The microkernel can be flexibly deployed in IoT devices so that IoT devices also get the high security capability of the TE. We'll also open such capability to third-party partners. In this way, their devices can also be safe and secure. When we merge multiple devices, the self-protection capability of device can be greatly enhanced. For example, in a home network, multiple devices connect to a router. In the traditional philosophy, if we rely on a firewall of the router and make detections over potential attacks, this will be quite challenging because a router has limited capability and it relies on static detection. It is impossible for a router to detect dynamic attacks. Once we merge multiple devices, it is possible for the router to use the capability of HUAWEI Vision TV. HUAWEI Vision TV can use the AI algorithm to dynamically detect the attacks. This fully showcases that device security can be greatly improved in Harmony OS because each device can get the security capability of all the connected devices. Their security capabilities on the whole can be greatly enhanced. Next one is right data. Data is quite sensitive. It's like money in the physical world. Based on the security level and sensitive level, data should be stored in different places. For example, money will be put in our safe. The most sensitive data should be stored in the devices with the strongest security level. And data flow should follow certain rules. Only highly capable devices can visit the data from low-level or low-secure level devices. We hope to store data in the most secure way. I just use a few slides to show you the core technologies of Harmony OS 2.0. Tomorrow, we will offer different sub-forums. Details will be disclosed. If you are interested, please stay tuned. Now, I'd like to introduce you the most important part, that is Harmony OS 2.0 is enabling our ecosystem partners. Ecosystem development is quite challenging. Developing a good ecosystem is far harder than developing technologies. Ecosystem covers a wide scope with a variety of content. We are faced with daunting challenges in developing a good ecosystem. I hope developers and partners can unite with us in this historic moment. We should develop a good foundation, and in this way, an ecosystem, a Chinese ecosystem, can be long-lasting and thriving. Today, we are taking the first step. I hope this could be a source of confidence for you. Harmony OS 2.0 is enabling our ecosystem and device from the southbound and applications from the northbound. First, let's look at the southbound devices. Devices from different vendors are quite different. In order to offer more choices to vendors and partners so that they can access Harmony OS in a faster manner, we offer different choices. First, they can choose to integrate Huawei's SDK. In a short span of time, they are able to have distributed capabilities, and their devices can be connected to Harmony OS devices. Second approach is that we will open part of Harmony OS source. At the end of this keynote, developers can log on to the website to download the source code. Such source code can be compiled and run in the system. You can choose to use the source code to download our source code to develop Harmony OS app. We also provide development boards and modules and chips so that you can understand the Harmony OS working principle. This could shorten the time for you to develop apps. All of this would need an operation platform so as to facilitate your app development. This is HUAWEI Developer. The SDK we will release today are as follows, in total 7. In the past half a year, we have worked with multiple vendors, and their devices have integrated our SDK. Now there are 12 million devices integrated our distributed SDK. You will have more choices with our source code. So long as your device has a RAM of less than 128 MB, then you can use our source code to develop your Harmony OS app. At the same time, we are trying to recruit partners who want to develop applications for devices with a RAM that is larger than 128 MB and less than 4G. We hope developers can develop something that could be a good showcase for the next HDC. We have open 17 subsystems, in total 134 code repositories, and 3 reference implementations. We'll open all of this to you so that you can better understand Harmony OS. And in this way, you're able to establish your own Harmony OS app and devices. We are going to fully open Harmony OS before October next year. Apart from releasing SDK and open the source code, we have already finished the integration certification of 7 chips. Those chips can be used directly. We also finished the integration certification of 5 modules. This could also facilitate your development. We also have 2 solution partners who will provide comprehensive and rich guidance on how to develop Harmony OS devices. We also have 5 partners for development boards.
Starting from next year, we are about to continue increasing the number of our partners, chips, modules, development boards available. Delve Eco is a very powerful development platform. I understand that developers will usually face problems when it comes to development, compilation, etc. And this Delve Eco will solve all the problems. It's a one-stop development, design, a release platform for developers. Our binary SDK, especially the SDKs of distributed capabilities, are all available on the platforms. You can choose whatever you need. And it has many different templates. You can use the templates and increase the efficiency of the development. You only need to tweak some small things based on the template. So understand that security is always a concern for consumers, and sometimes it's a concern for developers. So we have made the security tools so that you can run those tools and ensure the security of your products. Huawei has entered a partnership with IoT device manufacturers and household appliance manufacturers such as Media, Joyoung, and Robang. Very soon, the three vendors will release the household appliances with HarmonyOS 2.0, and let's find out how their products are different today. So as long as you tap your phone to the bread toaster, an app is activated, and if you would like to look at the recipe of certain cuisine, it's easy, and you just tap the phone with your oven, and all the settings needed to be decided on the oven will be imported from the recipe on your phone. Well, in the past, sometimes you will have to be a good cook with the educated guesses, but now with HarmonyOS, you can simply tap your phone, and all the settings will be loaded to the oven. And basically, everyone can be a chef today. If you don't want to tap your phone to certain devices, we are also introducing the high plate. You just swipe up from the bottom of your phone, and you can select the household appliances. You just tap the household appliance you need, and you can check the operation states of that household appliance, and even operate and input commands on it. And another use case is even more amazing. This is a use case developed by Joyoung. Say I want to make a cuisine, and you're willing to sort of import the wearable data to certain cooking machines, then it will let me know what I am supposed to eat to keep fit. And in the future, we can even converge more types of data, such as the fitness data as well. Then you can eat healthier. So, in that video clip, thank you very much. All the products shown in that video clip will soon come to the market. Feel free to experience what surprises they will bring you. Household appliance maker, IoT device manufacturers are now have an opportunity to differentiate themselves from other competitors. The combination of our smartphones and household appliances will unleash the full potential of household appliances. Consumers today don't need to worry about being a bad cook because of lack of experience of cooking. And because now you can use your phone to work together, make your phone work together with the oven, with other cooking machine, with other types of household appliances. Now, you don't just have a phone and an oven and a cooking machine. Actually, you're having a chef at your home, have a fitness tracker, and even a butler at your home. These are all the technologies we would like to introduce to the world to unleash our imagination, to embrace greater innovation. So these are all the capabilities, tools, and platforms we made available to device maker. All the software developers, they expect a vibrant ecosystem of certain OS, and here are all the amazing stuff in our ecosystem. China has a really competitive household appliance market, but we know that we have many options today, but that may not be the case in the future. That's also the same in software ecosystem in China. We don't really have a long history of software development in China. Last year, when we released new technologies, we've heard a lot of feedbacks from partners and developers. We've taken them all into consideration. Without a compiler, without a programming framework or other tools, it will be impossible for us to call ourselves an ecosystem developer. With all those tools, capabilities, now we have the confidence to say that we are an ecosystem developer, as we now can use all those technologies and capabilities to enable more developers who will develop the amazing apps for consumers. So we would like to continue joining hands with Chinese and global developers to bring more diversity to the ecosystem. Only with a diverse and vibrant ecosystem can we embrace the greater future, a sustainable future. Let's take a look at the programming framework. Basically, it's a path for app developer. But HUAWEI is built for multiple different devices. Then how can we simply deploy our app on multiple devices in a short period of time? That can be enabled by our application framework released today. All the distributed capabilities are virtualized, and they are pulled together. All the upper layer apps can call the APIs connected to all those distributed capabilities resource pool. We work together with VIP Kids, an education service provider in China. So VIP Kids offers online courses. Today, with all your devices, being a smartphone or a tablet, you can only squeeze all those windows on an online course onto the same screen. And it can be distracting, and you can miss the point sometimes. So we're wondering if there were other better ways. Then we use the application architecture, the application framework, to make it distributed. So you can put the lecturer's view or the classroom view on the tablet with the larger screen, and at the same time, kids can sort of take notes with their smartphone. It's impossible today to sort of split one app onto two devices, but today with HUAWEI, we can achieve that. The larger screen will use the components on the left column on the application architecture, while the smaller screen, the smartphone, will use the component on the right column in the application architecture. Today, we are providing over 13,000 APIs, supporting head units, smartphone, tablet, wearables. After the keynotes today, developers can apply for beta version and find out what they can do with their apps on the HUAWEI. OpenR compiler was introduced several years ago, and we have also received a lot of amazing suggestions. OpenR compiler is indeed a very challenging task for us. It's actually a software for software. Without powerful capabilities or intensive investment, OpenR compiler would have never been possible. And OpenR compiler will always be part of our roadmap in the future. With all the experiences and knowledge gained in the previous years, OpenR compiler today has become more powerful, which means you can use the OpenR compiler to compile your apps that is based on HarmonyOS. Coming back to the tools again. Sometimes people try to be a product or app developers instead of a tool developer. But you know, such Sanjay, the current CEO, as well as the former CEO of Microsoft, Bill Gates, these two gentlemen started out as tool developers. Without a tool, without the right tool, it's impossible to build great apps, just like you are trying to build a car with your bare hands. Because of all the experiences we gained over the years, we can now sort of consolidate all our experience as tools and deploy the tools on the DevEco 2.0. DevEco 2.0 has 6 different capabilities. Including the modularized scheduling, among many others. And I would like to show you one of the tools is app development. So you develop the app once with this tool, and then the app can be deployed. Or to say you can have a preview on the UI when your app is deployed to other devices. We will enrich the capabilities on the DevEco 2.0 so that all your needs can be met. And this is the VIP kit, the innovation project we did together with VIP kit. You can also use your tablet and your TV at home for greater experience during the course. And the kit will be just like having a course in a classroom.
We can also project the screen to the TV screen, and in the screen you can also project or present the answers of a student, just like using a white blackboard in the classroom. What if you need to give some answers? And in this way, and if you need to write down some answers, we offer a pen for you to write in the pad, and the teacher can review your answers and give feedback. I believe such applications cannot be made possible with individual device, but by integrating multiple devices, this is possible. We also cooperated with Caucus. Caucus is a leading gaming platform vendor. We now have a lot of body motion games, but a console is needed. By cooperating with Caucus, you only need to scan the QR code in order to play the motion sensing game, and your smartphone will be the game console. With the game motion sensing tools or device in the smartphone, you can easily play such games. With the HarmonyOS distributed operating system, it is even easier to create such an app than creating a similar app for individual device. Third, we also have an app called Collaborative Meeting Space. If we want to discuss something in the meeting room, I am a presenter, and if I want to project something in the big screen, I only need to scan a code. And my phone for phone projection, other information will not be displayed in the phone. You can see the message will not be projected to the big screen. If more people want to join, then we only need to share a QR code, and that person only needs to scan a QR code in order to join the discussion. And at the same time, you can change the device into a whiteboard so as to facilitate the discussion. The fourth case is the innovation we have with Baidu navigation. the Harmony FA can be integrated into a smartwatch, and in this way, you can easily enjoy the navigation from the smartwatch. By raising your wrist, you are able to see the navigation information. We work with Didi for another innovative app. We are either in a business trip or we are in a hurry to something when we want to call a cab. In this case, maybe we do not have enough time to check the smartphone. If we are able to integrate an app in the watch, then it is quite convenient. You only need to raise your wrist to see all the information. After you get on a car, all the information will be sent to your watch. Payment and route information will be synchronized. Those are the typical cases we work with northbound partners. Tomorrow you can go to the exhibition room to experience those applications. Our purpose is to develop some showcases, telling our partners that with Harmony distributed OS and framework, you can have great room for innovation. We also provide a communication platform. The official website, our portal, our WeChat group are the platforms we offer for communication. We hope you can communicate and discuss in those platforms. At the end of Harmony OS launch, I'd like to say thank you to the pioneers, including the application developers and hardware partners, as well as community partners. Here, I'd like to say thank you. I hope the step we make today will help China to build up the root for software industry so that all industries in China can enjoy a shared success of the mobile industry. We usher in the era of infinite possibility for connecting with Harmony OS 2.0. We hope we are able to really tap into this era. And I will spend another 10 minutes to talk about EMUI 11. Software is like the soul of hardware. Then the UX is like the soul of the software. UX is closely related to user experience. Last year, we started human factor research so as to provide scientific research for UX design. This year, we continue the same design philosophy. In EMUI 11, all the design is based on human factors. We hope in EMUI 11, we can bring you more artistic effects to you. Starting from EMUI 11, we hope all the users can enjoy a smooth experience with each step they take. We also hope the devices can automatically help users to identify which interaction is more convenient and intuitive. Here, I'd like to show you a video to let you know our design philosophy. Thank you very much. We continue to stick to the principle that art is the highest level of science. We hope to find the scientific rules that could lead to ultimate experience. EMUI 11 is based on human factor research. We apply such research results into various design elements. We are inspired by the long take technique in filmmaking, and we use this in our EMUI design. Through content sharing, the animation is smoother. We can take a look at this. At the same time, space sharing is introduced to ensure a smooth jumping among different pages and smooth interaction. In this way, how good is such animation? We use human factor research to verify whether our design is good or not. After we finish the design, we work with a few users, ask them to wear this glass. Based on the eye-tracking result, we can see that with long take animations, users can focus on the area in a better manner. In this way, they are less distracted. In this way, users are able to recognize the information in a more efficient manner. With long take animation, without this, because of the jumping of different elements, users will be distracted and they will not feel so comfortable. The same engine is used in all the EMUI design. It is applied in more than 100 scenarios. We hope you can like it. We also look forward to listening to your feedback after upgrading to EMUI 11. A major difference between EMUI 11 and its predecessors is that we fully leverage the technologies, the distributed technologies of HarmonyOS for better collaboration among different devices. In 10.0, we support the collaboration between smartphone and PC and smartphone and telematics. With EMUI 11, we support the coordination of more devices. Now let's look at what new things we have bring for multi-screen collaboration. In our smartphone, we support split screen. However, the phone screen is very small. When we want to support 3-screen splitting, then it would be difficult. In this way, if we can leverage the screen of the PC, then we can easily display these 3 parts of the screens. For example, we can open an app and then transfer this into the PC, and then we can open our memo and we can watch the video at the same time take notes in the smartphone. This is an experience that can be supported with multi-device collaboration. Second, we now support the coordination of more devices. Here is an example of the collaboration between tablets and PCs. If we want to edit a photo, then we can drag it to the tablet and then make comments or add notes on the with the pad, and then we can print it out with a PC. The third feature is meet time. Major improvements have been made. It seamlessly connect more devices so that devices can talk to each other. We also open such capability to app vendors and hardware vendors. Then what can those hardware vendors do with meet time? We hope now maybe only users will communicate with IoT devices, but in the future we hope IoT devices can also talk to each other just like they do with users. This is what we provide with our enhanced or upgraded MeetTime. You can send a message with your phone to the big screen, to the TV screen. For example, I want to watch a video. And then the smart TV can instantly play a video for you. In this process, if I want to share a photo of myself to my family members, then I can send a message to the smart screen, to the smart TV, just as if I'm sharing my photo with WeChat. We hope all the devices can communicate with each other just as if they are communicating with another person or another user. We open the MeetTime capability to the southbound vendors. Here is a case we work with JD.com. Let's take a look at this video. You can download the latest JD.com app to try this feature. If the two people are not in the same place, they can use MeetTime in JD.com app, and then one person can share image with each other, and then they can discuss which products to buy. I believe this will be loved by many.
And there are more great features. The another one is AI subtitles. When you're in a really noisy environment and you try to watch a video, perhaps you cannot hear what the video is talking clearly, or just imagine you're watching a video that is not the language you know. So let AI subtitle help.
You find something you don't like may instead be a great help. More troubles, more ideas. Finding another way to solve. 이 고풍스러운 환경 속에서 전통 음악을. さっぱりした甘みの魚ともっちりしたご飯。温かみのある。
AI subtitle now supports Chinese, English, Japanese, and Korean. I believe that more languages will be supported by the AI subtitles. Our platform-wide translation, which was released last year, and almost all consumers loved about these features. Basically, the platform-wide translation enables consumers to translate the whole screen, no matter which app you are reading, which screen you are watching. And even more, it supports OCR. So currently, the feature can translate the characters in an image. You can translate those words, perhaps not the sentence. So that's the platform-wide translation available on Emotion UI 11. Security is also very important. We have made great efforts in safeguarding people's privacy and data security.
3D. We are able to support seamless navigation in outdoor and indoor environment. Here I have a video to show you how can we offer differentiated experience with indoor navigation.
这些能力，我们不仅在海外向全球的开发者
These
发布，
capabilities
在
are
国内，
available to
我们任何的
global
地图合作伙伴，
developers.
如果要跟我们一起，我们也可
If
以
there
跟
are
他们共同创
any
新，来把这种能力
navigation
在国内也可以带给我们
partners
开发者。
who are interested, who are in China and are interested in this type of partnership, feel free to approach us.
华为的搜索引擎。
And another service engine is the mobile-first search service engine. We want it to be a search engine built for mobile experience.
那么今天的搜索引擎，
The search
我们
engine
是
today,
主要面向海外的。好，在这里头我必须跟
I'm
大家说一下，
introducing the
去年我在
search
这个
engine to global
在这
market.
个场合
Last year,
发布了我们 Map Kit。我们说 Map Kit 主要是向海
we
外，
released the
但是呢
map
当时我
kit.
没说清楚。
And at that time, I said the map kit was mostly for global markets, but I didn't really elaborate my
是
point.
主要面向我们全
I
球海
mean,
外开发者。
the search
那么今天
engine
发布
that
的这个 Petal
we
Search 引擎，
released
我们主要是移
was
动优
mostly
先
for
的搜
global
索引擎。
markets, and the
是
Petal
面向
search
华为
is
移动终端用
primarily
户使用的搜
for
索引擎。
mobile users,
那么 Petal
for
Search
the users
现在
using
我们
mobile
可以支持
devices
全
of
球
Huawei.
50种语。
Currently, it
我们可以在
supports
全球
50 different
170个国家和地
languages,
区使用。
and it's available in over 170 countries
我
and
们现在已经
regions,
做了搜索移动引擎的优化。
covering 20 different
如何能
vertical
从20个领域扩展到更
sectors.
多的领域？我
Will
们希
we
望
be
和
able
全
to
球的应用开发
expand
者
the
紧密
scope
合
of the
作，
vertical
一起打
sectors?
造全品类
We
的
certainly
移
hope
动搜
so.
索。
That's why we are eager to
除了
work with
我
our
们面向开
partners
发者，
and
让开发
optimize
者
the
的移动应
experience
用
in different
和我们的搜索
scenarios.
引擎紧密链接在一起。
We hope that the
我们还
apps
愿
of
意把我们的搜
developers
索引擎
can be
开放给任
deeply
何想使用
can
搜索引擎的
seamlessly
合
work
作伙
together
伴。
with our search
比如
engine,
说，
and we are
我们有
also
很多本地
opening
的
the search
在
engine
很多
to
国家
other
有本地的
partners.
搜索合
For
作伙伴，
example,
他
we
们可
are
以用华
finding
为的搜索引
partners,
擎
local
作为他们
partners
背
in
后的引
different
擎，
countries and
作为他
regions.
们原数据搜索引
They
擎，
are
他们来做搜
using
索，他
the
们做搜
search
索。
engine service of
现在
Huawei
这样的合作
as
伙
a
伴越来越多。
metadata service.
另外一方面，我们还
We
可
are
以把这个搜
seeing
索
an
引
increasing
擎
number
开放
of
给
such
企
type
业，
of partners,
开放给
and
任
the
何
search
其他
engine
运
can
营开
also
发
be
者。
open
比
to
如
other
说，现在一
developers
些
and other
电商的
companies,
搜索应
such
用，
as
电商的应用，
many
想希望
e-commerce
进
app,
入
shopping
嵌
apps
入华为的搜索引擎，
are
来做
looking
客户
forward
化
to
应用
integrating
定制化
our
的搜
search
索引擎。
engine so that
这
they
些我
can
们都是愿意
provide
全力开放
individualized
我们的合作伙伴。我们
experience.
的原则是，让华
Our
为开放这些
idea is that when we are opening up these capabilities,
优先
we
在我
would
们
like
华为终端
to
优先使用当地本地的应用。那么，如果我们可以做背
prioritize
后的能
the
力，
partnership
我们
with
将
local
坚
apps
持做背后的能力，优先使用本
to
地集成
be
了
the
我
support
们引擎的这样的一个
for
应用。
them.
下面我们通过一个视频，了解一下我们现在今天为开发者提供的这样的一个搜索引擎服务。
And this is what our search engine can do.
我们希望在支付、广告、浏览器、
Payment,
搜
ads,
索
browsing,
引擎的五个根辅的
map,
引擎上
search,
能够
they
持续
are
地打
the
造，把这些
basic
优秀的
service
能力开放
engines
出
of
来，
Huawei.
为
We
全
hope
球的
that
开发
through
者
all these
构
service
建一个坚
engines,
实的
we
发展
can
网。
introduce the
那
advanced
么下面我
capabilities to
再花一点点时
developers.
间，简单的把我们 HMS Call 其他的 Kit 能力简单的给大家介绍一
And
下。
now I'd like to introduce
那么
the
HMS Call
capabilities
新
of
推了
other
我们的图形
kits of HMS core. One of the new kits introduced is the graphics kit. It was exclusive to Huawei in the past, but today we'd like to share such capability with other developers around the world. The graphics kits came from our keyring development team, and the team decided to introduce a lightweight 3D rendering framework, a 3D rendering engine, the AR engine, among many others, to developers. On the right, you are seeing a chart of a project we've done together with a game developer. With the computer graphics kit integrated, the frame rate in a game has been improved from 13% to 16%, and the average power consumption, however, is down by 11 to 13%. AI capabilities are also available through the ML kit. The AI capabilities was only available from the device side, but today the ML kit will cover the AI capabilities from both the device side and the cloud side. The ML kit is short for machine learning kit. It is in a position to provide you with a wide array of machine learning services, such as the translation, the OCR capabilities introduced by Dr. Wang. Apart from that, ML Kit can help you to implement facial body recognition, text recognition, custom model, and machine translation. Face recognition or body recognition is common for many apps, and usually the apps they use to integrate other people's kit, but our ML kit can perform better. It's 70% faster for face and body recognition.
往前面走到第二个入口，右转就到了。
那么我们把这些能力都开放给我们的应用。有些能力沉淀为系统，就可以直接调用；有些能力呢，
These capabilities are available to apps and developers.
现在集成我们 Machine Learning Kit 的这个应用呢，
The number of apps integrating Machine Learning Kit has reached 300.
在这里头，今天还要宣布一个端侧的
And I'd like to also launch a on-device open source inference framework called MindSport Lite. The MindSport Lite is powering the machine learning kit. It is an inference framework. Huawei has released its cloud version, and it is also open sourced. And today, I am releasing the MindSport Lite for device. Developers can use MindSport Lite to customize their algorithm. It supports 290 operators. All the machine learning frameworks in the industry are supported, and the languages can be automatically transferred to MindSport. So it's fast. It consumes less power. Another amazing capability is WisePlay DRM. Many developers may think that while Huawei you are actually releasing so many services, perhaps I can elaborate on the WisePlay DRM. So if you are watching, you try to watch a video, but you want to enjoy a 1080p video, and then you find out you cannot do that. That's because you don't have DRM on your phone, and you can only enjoy the 7 and 20p video or even the videos with even lower definition. We rolled out Wisely DRM for the entire world. The major video distribution platforms in China have already integrated the Wisely DRM, including Mango TV, Youku, Tencent Video, Huawei Video, and iQIYI. We are also having discussions with content providers, hoping to see more of them integrating the DRM of Huawei. Well, actually, the most commonly used DRM systems today are owned by US companies. To prevent a future unexpected scenario or unexpected inaccessibility of contents, we are offering an alternative, AirTouch. We had already released the capability of NFC, and AirTouch further boosts the NFC capability. You can now use your company badge, your door lock through the NFC, and you can also use it to call for different types of apps. We also would like to accelerate the innovation or creativity in the music domain. We are releasing the ecosystem platform of Huawei VR. It's a platform that incorporates gold standard for 3D sounds, as well as the VR experience, the VR standard, hoping that the platform can satisfy the demands of developers on both the image side and the audio side.
技术和内容制作方案，包括前端播放能力、视频点播 VOD 服务及音乐开发工具等及 VR 内容的制作与发行。通过全新的3D 声音标准，华为 VR 音视频能支持超过16路声道，结合 VR 设备，带来3D 视觉画面和空间音效的深度结合的沉浸式视听体验。
还有，我们刚才于总介绍了，我们把我们的相机的能力都开放出来。
And we are also opening the camera's capability, the camera kit, and also the image kit. Image kit is about the themes on Huawei phones. With the image kit, you can now improve the experience of the themes on Huawei phone. Those themes have many different types of motions, and it will sense the pressure posed by your finger, and it presents you with different motions. And the image kit can enable developers to create incredible and stylish themes. In the past, if you like to develop a theme, you had to develop a lot of codes. But today, with the image kit, only 2 to 3 lines of codes will be sufficient.
这样的一个界面里头，都会产生意想不到的效果。
And then you will find yourself with an amazing UI.
There are several million developers joining in HMS ecosystem. How are we going to manage those developers, help them have an end-to-end digital production chain so that they can produce and manage their apps, covering the development, creative design, operation, and so on. We developed App Gallery Connect to help developer providing one-stop service, including build, release, operation, and analytics. Last year, we launched App Gallery. Now we provide more services. In total, more than 60 services. With this, efficiency can be improved by more than 80%. We can also increase the MAU and improve the quality. We can provide data to you so that you will know what are the problems and risks, including crash and frame freezing. Such data will be shared to developers so that they can use the data for future improvement. App Gallery Connect works with Huawei Cloud for an ever-flourishing HMS ecosystem. Developers do not need to jump between App Gallery Connect and Huawei Cloud. Developers can stay in one platform to release and launch apps and manage apps. They can also get the incentives provided by Huawei Cloud. We provide localized developer support. There are 5 operation centers outside China. Globally, there are 600 DTSEs providing supports to developers. We also have O&M engineers and also innovative labs to provide local support. Now let's listen to the voice of developers.
How Huawei is investing very heavily in growing the ecosystem.
Ia memudahkan kami sebagai developer.
Starting from last year, Huawei continues to embrace challenges. The bigger the challenge is, the more determined we are in building HMS ecosystem. We are motivated by such challenge, and we decide to rise up from the challenge. Apart from more than 10,000 R&D engineers from CBG, together with the rest other engineers from Huawei. In total, more than 100,000 engineers, and together with the support of developers, as well as 700 million users. Huawei wants to work with all the developers, partners, and users to light up the fire of HMS so that the HMS ecosystem can thrive. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Cao Yang, Chief Strategy Officer of Huawei Consumer Business Group. Hello, everyone. I am Cao Yang. Every year, we introduce Huawei's IoT business. So now is the time for Huawei IoT business. Maybe you will ask that, It seems IoT business is not thriving. How should we really promote the development of IoT business? We will introduce you HUAWEI solution. It is a solution we provide to promote IoT ecosystem. This ecosystem was released 5 years ago. Now, it has already become the biggest IoT platform globally. It has 400 million AI Live app installs, 50 million user activations, 1 billion AI Live app interactions per day. That means every day there are 1.08 billion devices that are using our platform. We should work hard on top of it. Huawei and IoT developers should work together to improve user experience. To have a new thing to replace an old thing, it should be 10 times better than the old thing. We can now control the lights manually. If we want to replace such interaction, it is not enough to be just 1% better. We should improve the user experience in order to develop IoT ecosystem. What kind of user experience we want to pursue? First, let's look at the composition of HUAWEI. There are 3 basic elements. Dr. Wang introduced Harmony OS. Mr. Zhang Ping'an talked about HMS Core. With regard to HUAWEI, the first element is the kits that are suitable for IoT devices from HMS Core. That is the device and HMS Core, HUAWEI SDK plus distributed kits. Second, Huawei AI Live app, which is a control panel. Third, HUAWEI IoT Cloud. Those are the basic components. You may ask, where is Harmony OS? Harmony OS can enable faster connection, safer connection. With Harmony OS, we are able to have a better connection and safer connection. But even with common OS, we can still work well. What are the barriers? How can we overcome those barriers? We offer 5 capabilities. They are connection, interaction, operation, certification, and solution providers. First, let's look at connectivity. Connectivity is the key for IoT development. What is the pain point? Configuration, setting, account inputting are needed in order to connect one device to another. Such experience is not good enough. As a result, many people would not like to try IoT products because of the complicated procedures. So automatic detection, one-click networking, one-click account binding should be supported. Let's take an example of media. When a media air purifier is close to a smartphone, then a pop-up window will be displayed, and it will ask you whether you want to bundle with a Huawei account. You can select yes. After that, no need to download anything. Then there will be a Smart Life or AI Live card. This was also covered by Dr. Wang. Such card will be a basis for you to control the device. We need to lower the connectivity barrier in order to develop IoT ecosystem. This is not enough. Connectivity is a complicated issue. A common way for connectivity is Wi-Fi. One shortcoming of Wi-Fi is power consumption. When you use Wi-Fi for connection for your smart lock, it may drain the battery in 1 month or 2 months. We have studied in the past months so that we can support on-demand connections, and the smart lock can work 12 months without changing batteries. Another thing is distributed connectivity. Here we have a demo, and we work with a real estate partner, Zhonghai. And in the home environment, there may be hundreds of smart devices, ACs, curtains, lights. If we want to control individual device one by one, coordinated experience cannot be reached. There will be latency issue, connectivity issue. We use PLC, IoT, and Bluetooth mesh for the networking. There will be thousands of connection nodes. There's no need for you to build up connection one by one. In a new home environment, maybe hundreds of devices can be connected at one go. There are also many healthcare or office devices that should be connected. Bluetooth technology is widely used in healthcare or medical industry. Here we can see a handheld stabilizer. How can this device be connected? We can also support automatic connection, automatic detection, and automatic AI live card generation. When this handheld stabilizer is close to the smartphone can detect such device, and then an AI live card can be generated for this device. In the past year, we found another problem. There are already a lot of installed base IoT devices. How can those devices work with HUAWEI? We work with Media, Haier, and Panasonic, and other partners. We hope the existing devices can be connected with Huawei Cloud and Huawei Account. They are able to connect to our HUAWEI ecosystem. There are in total 80 million IoT devices like that. On the left-hand side, you can see the basic connection capability. In the past year, we are extending our capabilities to support what you can see on the right-hand side. We can support quick control, ultra-short range, instant networking, and so on. And for camera and smart door lock devices, it relies on multimedia interaction, so we support DV kit, video kit. User devices can be connected to HUAWEI ecosystem in a simple way. After connectivity issue is solved, second issue we'll encounter is interaction. Users may have high requirements over smooth interaction because we are used to traditional interaction method. What is our expectations towards smart IoT devices? A foundation is AI Live app. We talk about the MAU of AI Live app. When your smartphone is connected with any device, a card will be generated to showcase this device, and you are able to control the device with this card. But this is not enough. Users may think it is complicated to control devices with an app, so they need to explore more interaction methods. First, we hope users can call smart devices in the fastest manner. We provide high play entry. We also offer high board. You can swipe from the left-hand side to have access. We also have a direct card invocation through Xiaoyi or tap the device. You are able to call the device directly. Maybe consumer users want to use other devices than smartphone to control these IoT devices. We support one-time development for multiple device deployment. So your devices or your applications all the devices can use AI Live app to control devices. In this way, users are able to call the smart card automatically.
But that widget is not that simple. Why is that? Because we want to interact with our devices with just voice command. Because it's intuitive, it's natural. The smart home today, sometimes they can support voice interaction, but you have to say that you have to give the audio command. Please turn on the lamp. Please turn on another lamp in my bedroom. My little girl is a Harry Potter fan. She usually says Avada Kedavra and many other spells from Harry Potter. So sometimes I feel that when we are giving the audio command to interact with our household appliances, we are actually casting those spells. Sometimes you get it frustrated because it's not natural. You don't really talk to people in spells. Or in a home, we have so many different lamps. So I think it should be a multi-round dialogue. For example, when you say lamp, and then the tablet will show you all the lamp in your home. And when you say bedroom, then the tablet will show you all the household appliances and devices you can control in your bedroom. Today, our household appliances are getting smarter. Just like a rice cooker today may have 25 different functions. I can't remember all of them, but with this widget, we can simply say to the rice cooker, please cook rice or porridge for me, and then it will just do whatever I need. Then what does developer need to do? We are providing a one-stop developer platform for HUAWEI. You can design and develop and debugging your app on one platform. And let's see how it is used in this demonstration video. The biggest characteristics of it is visualized and modularized. You can simply drag all the components you need, and it will form a widget on your phone. When the phone detects a smart device, then the widget will automatically appear on your phone, on your UI. So this is how you use the UI to control the light, switch it on, switch it off, or change the color of the light. From design to development, all the way through configuration, control, and debugging, everything can be done on one platform. And you can also configure the UI for different devices, being speakers, smartphones, tablets, wearables. Feel free to visit our HUAWEI Developer website and find out what you can do with the HUAWEI HUAWEI platform. Then another concerns of our developers will be operation. Operation actually covers two different aspects. Developers would definitely want to enjoy greater operation capabilities. If I am a cooking machine, I would like to provide my users with the recipes. That's the operation. And here on our UI, you can also find the operation function. You just tap a button and you will go to the operation view. after-sale service, future purchases, content can all be integrated can all be developed with the platform, and they will be automatically presented on the widget. And another demands of developers will be the BI, business intelligence. They want to learn about who the demographics of their users and the habits of their users. Because all this information, all this business intelligence can help them make their apps better. So that's why we are also providing the BI system for our developers. Then developers can use the platform to find out the actual use of their apps. We understand that sometimes you need to provide a total solution which has a lot of offerings. That's why Huawei has been looking for the module solutions and the software integration service providers. Some of them are very good at the module development. Some of them are well versed in software integration. Some of our partners, such as CEST, has great experience in the body fat scale development. And some other vendors would like to can help developers to introduce your products into the HUAWEI protocol, the HUAWEI ecosystem. Basically, they are the guide for you, and they're here to help. Then certifications. We have two types of certifications. One is the certificate for the product quality. That's the so-called 3C certificate. And another certificate is the HUAWEI certificate. HUAWEI certificate rates the level of experience of a smart device to check how smart they are. We have received the very first EAL4 Plus certificate from Common Criteria. We work together with China Telecommunication Technology Labs and CVC, helping our partners to shorten the period of the certification. We have already issued 680 certificates, covering over 3,000 different SKUs. HUAWEI has a lot of HMS Core SDK, and it performs better when it works together with Harmony OS. That's why we are rolling out a new initiative called Powered by Harmony OS, encouraging developers and our partners to integrate both HMS Core and Harmony OS. So the performance of their products or offering will be further improved. That's why the Powered by Harmony OS will also be an integral part of the HUAWEI ecosystem in the future. Then, how can we help developers to really help to let those experience reach consumers? Well, we have partners providing sales channels and services. Of course, Huawei is also working hard to help our partners, both offline and digitally. At the same time, we are looking for more different channels from other vendors. So far, we have over 30,000 stores and sales channels. We want them to be a great conduit to let more consumers know about our HUAWEI ecosystem. Here are the 2 flagship stores we have already opened, one in the Shenzhen, one in Shanghai, and there are more coming. These are very large stores, about 3,000 to 5,000 square meters. So these stores can be divided into different sections, fitness sections, smartphone sections, among many other scenarios. When consumers walk into the stores, they will have the first-hand experience of what a smart home will be like, what will be a home powered by IoT devices. We also have a lot of channels on the online platforms, including Huawei V-Mall, our AI Live App Store, and JD flagship store of Huawei, also our flagship store on Tmall. All this will be at your service for marketing, for sales, helping you to reach over 700 million Huawei users. Those industry-specific channels are also our partners, such as Easy Home and the Rongdian Group. They have gained long history and experience in the home domain. That's why we are working with them. And this is a demo of Easy Home, where you can enjoy the experience of IoT and the smart home. And say Jiuzhou Joy Town and other vendors, they have been working in the healthcare industries. Then we work with them to showcase the possibilities we can gain with HUAWEI in the healthcare sector. Real estate, a very special domain. Usually, it combines everything, because the moment it turns over the property to you, there are so many different devices and systems that are actually also handed over to you. And in the future, more upgrades can be expected on your home. Jinmao, China Merchant Real Estate, Vanke are also our partners. And maybe one day you walk into the demo property of these real estate developers, you are actually in an environment powered by HUAWEI. In the IoT or in the smart home domain, Huawei wants to be an enabler. We can do what we are good at, while other partners will perform their part. IoT is just around the corner. The smart home is just around the corner. And we believe that we are about to unleash a new paradigm. Intelligence for all scenarios will all be at your fingertips. In the next day and a half, you can expect more information at our HUAWEI sections. And feel free to go to our developer website or scan the QR code for more information. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's welcome Mr. Kevin He, President of Huawei Consumer Business Group's handset business. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to you all. Happy to see all the media friends, our developers, partners as well. Today, I'd like to introduce HUAWEI Research, an innovation research platform. We hope that HUAWEI Research can empower innovation for a all-scenario ecosystem. In the future, we're expecting an intelligent society, which will be a world where everything is sensing all the time, everything is connected, and everything is intelligent.
The first challenge is how to transcend physical limitations and how to enhance perceptive capabilities. We're using EEG and other devices to sense physical conditions. The second challenge is about telecommunication capability. How can we transcend special limitations and be ever present? If we want to support holographic communication, the bandwidth should be 1.9 BTS and the latency should be within 1 to 5 ms. We are still faced with a great challenge in making that possible. Third challenge is how to transcend biological intelligence and develop better forms of AI. If we make an analogy based on the data of scientists, the power consumption of an ant is 0.2 milliwatt, but it can do a lot of complicated things. It can make friends, it will never get lost, it will not bump into things. When we compare the ant with self-autonomous driving, we can say that we have not reached to the level of an ant. So this is another challenge. I've talked so much about the challenges. Then how does it relate to the topic today? Today, I'm bringing you the HUAWEI Research Innovation Platform. We try to use HUAWEI Research Innovation Platform to enable industrial digital innovation. We work with health, travel, home, and education sectors, and we will carry out research in those areas. Take health, for example. The smartwatch can monitor heart rate. We also have other sensors, for example, to monitor the blood pressure and blood sugar, to monitor human body metrics with lower power consumption devices. This can provide more data to medical institutes and medical facilities. In this way, the medical facilities can make use of the big data to improve the health status of our people. With more data and through the HUAWEI Research Platform, medical or health facility can help to prevent disease. We will also study the diseases at the early stage of the disease through exercise and healthy diet. Some problems can be properly solved or prevented. This is what we mean by unleashing game-changing digitalization. And there are also some new domains. We try to tap into groundbreaking innovations. For example, in the areas of brain-computer interface, DNA data storage, optical computing, and holographic imaging. More explorations are needed. We also want to leverage HUAWEI Research Platform to explore different possibilities. We open 2 core capabilities to empower industrial innovation. First one is HUAWEI Research Kit. Second, HUAWEI Research Cloud. By opening these 2 core platforms, we are able to connect research academics, innovation institutes, and healthcare facilities. We hope to make breakthrough in technology, cultivate talent, and make tangible achievements so as to facilitate the development of the whole industry. Of course, a precondition is user privacy and protection. User privacy is the top priority of Huawei. The foundation of Huawei Research Platform is to adopt the most stringent standards to protect user privacy. We will get user consent in order to collect data. Users can control and manage their consent. We also get the national level 3 national information security rating. Here, I would like to give you an example of our cooperation in healthcare industry. In the HUAWEI Research Platform, we have cooperated with many healthcare facilities. We need to research on the new application scenarios and new domains. And we will also need to study how to collect the data, how to connect the data. We developed the Huawei Health app. It provides health management, health insurance, and sports and fitness features. By opening capabilities and share tangible achievements, we now have 200 million healthcare fitness users. We have supported 60 million smart wearable devices, and there are 30 billion API calls in total. We encourage more users to participate in the research, and we can also quickly commercialize the research results. We will empower our partners with this platform. Now let's look at what we have done in the healthcare sector. Huawei Watch, PC, smartphone, and other products, as well as sensor capabilities, have been integrated. The healthcare facilities do not need to write any code in order to use the capabilities. They only need to make a simple setting to develop an app. For research centers, they can focus on the areas they are good at, and there's no need for them to write codes. In this way, users can benefit from it. We're now working on heart health, sleep management, hypertension intervention management, blood glucose management, mental health, women's health, children's health, and Parkinson management. We also offer hierarchical and diverse data types, including raw data, processed data, and results. In healthcare sector, we have PPG, ACC, and gyroscope data. Those data can be used to monitor heart rates, blood oxygen levels, body composition, and sleep. With the authentication of the users, such data can be used by healthcare facilities, providing great support for health management. We also provide great support in improving heart health. We work with a hospital. In total, 1.8 million users participate in this research. They bought Huawei wearable devices, connect to our smartphones, and they can download an app we developed with the hospital. In this way, their health data can be monitored. We're able to identify high-risk users. We have identified 4,200 high-risk users for atrial fibrillation, and there are 670 users that have high risk for premature heartbeats, and 90% confirmed diagnosis. Our standard is also written into the ESCAF management guide. So, in this way, this shows that the medical sector recognizes our approach.
越来越多的人开始关注健康，行业伙伴正在不断探索主动健康创新。华为 Research 助力研究机构快速孵化创新应用和解决方案，实现慢病早期筛查管理，提高公众主动健康管理意识。
我偶尔会觉得有些心慌，以前以为是因为工作压力大导致的。加入后呢，心脏不舒服时呢，检测结果是不规则心率。没多久 ，App 就提示疑似房颤。 后来，客服电话建议我就医检查。
医学界普遍认为，当前的房颤管理，我们是存在着筛查的检出率低、患者依从性差这些问题。我们开展的心脏健康研究是基于华为 Research 创新研究平台快速孵化的，基于穿戴设备呢，实现了院外长期连续的心率监测和筛查。
就医确诊后，听从了医生的建议，做了手术。 我手术之后就每天都用这个 app 检测，结果呢都是未见异常。
我在16年确诊了阵发性房颤以后啊，遵照医嘱定期复查，医院来回奔波，儿女特别心疼，我就买了华为穿戴设备，加入了心脏健康研究。
2020年4月，心脏健康研究基于华为 Research 大数据智能分析能力，实现房颤检测的预警升级，提前预警房颤发作，帮助患者及时干预。
在家不出门就可以检测预测，在医生呢指导下调整用药，及时干预，效果特别好。
超过180万用户加入研究，筛查4900多高风险人群。 持续开展数字化创新研究，先后孵化房颤筛查及预测等主动健康管理模型，成果写入 ESC 房颤管理指南。未来，我们携手行业合作伙伴，探索智慧终端技术，在主动健康居家管理领域的更多应用场景，让更多人享受健康美好的生活。
好，这是我们心脏健康研究目前已经取得了非常好的反响。
We can see major feedback, major improvements have been made. This is also closely followed by the partners. We are working with research institutes and academias, and there are more research ongoing, including mood improvement, gait monitoring, and back relaxing research. More research will be carried out through Huawei Research platform. We are going to enhance our cooperation with our partners in health domain. Outside health domain, there are also other areas. For example, the smart coordination between watch and smartphone to improve autonomous driving or provide driver care. Through the wearable devices, we are able to identify the status of the driver. And together with the cameras in the car, we are able to improve the safety of driving. These are the new areas we are working on. In the smart home sector, we hope to open the device sensing capabilities to tap more opportunities. There are various smart devices, including smart TV, watch, smartphone, speaker, and other devices with sensors. These devices combined together can bring more possibilities and provide more services, including fall detection, breathing monitoring, spatial positioning, and touchless interactions. Such features can be supported. We hope to work with professional institutes to tap more possibilities. What else? One thing we are working on is intelligent perceptive rainforest conservation project. We work to protect the spider monkeys in Costa Rica with the recycled Huawei phones. Through high-precision AI solutions, we are able to detect the sound of trucks and electric saws to protect the spider monkeys. We believe there's so much more that we can do when more and more partners up to joining Huawei Research, we are able to develop something that can be similar to human perception, to something that could exceed human perception. We are able to monitor noise, we're able to monitor air quality, the environment, we're able to have a more harmonious coexistence with the nature.
Hope to see you join Huawei Research so we can all embrace greater possibilities in the future. So this is what we do. We try to enable developers to make greater goods for our world. Tomorrow we will arrange Huawei Research sessions. And please feel free to scan the QR code and go to the Huawei Research website to find out more information. And on the right, you are looking at the agenda of our research sessions tomorrow. At 8 tonight, we will hold a new product launch, including earphones, new PCs, and smartwatch. Please stay tuned. Richard has said that each developer is the star in the sky, and we want to join you and light up the world. So today I'd like to say to all the research institutes, you are also a part of the starry sky. So that's why we really hope that we can join all the stars together and light up the path for us forward. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's welcome Mr. Wang Yanmin, the President of Global Partnership and Ecosystem Development of Huawei CBG. Hi everyone, I'm the last speaker today. And I hope that you can still find my presentation helpful. We have a really rich agenda today because we really want to share more information with you. My presentation, my keynote, is growing with partners, embracing new opportunities. Over the last dozens of years, Google and Apple have released their own mobile ecosystems, bringing greater experience to global consumers. Huawei was placed on the Entity List on May 16 last year, but then Huawei decided to set up our own ecosystem. It is not an easy task. Over the last year, we have invested a lot of people, a lot of resources to establish our own ecosystem. Fortunately, we have been serving developers for over 2 decades. So even if setting up a new ecosystem is not an easy task, we know where to start and what we should do. There are different choices when it comes to ecosystem. I have been talking with developers, and they ask that my app is already released on iOS ecosystem, on Google's ecosystem. Why should I still publish my app on Huawei App Gallery? So how is Huawei better? How is Huawei better and differentiated from the other ecosystems? So that's the question for me. So my answer is, we can provide developers with an open and fair ecosystem with diverse, innovative experiences. So why can we do that? There are several reasons. First of all, In an ecosystem, players in an ecosystem all want to enjoy business success. So Huawei is willing to share a greater percentage of revenue with developers. Then they can then reinvest that part of the revenue to gain more users. And the second reason is that developers want to deploy their services around the world, and at the same time they need to worry about the marketing side. Huawei has our channels of marketings and platforms of marketings around the world. For example, our app gallery, our retail stores, our other sales channels, and advertising platforms. All this will be the resources at the service of our developers. Then the third reason is that we have branch offices in over 170 countries and regions around the world. They can help developers to deploy their apps in different places and provide individualized or localized services to local consumers. A challenge faced by app developers is that the workload, they try to minimize the workload. As Dr. Wang and Mr. Zhang Ping'an have introduced, we are offering a diverse array of tools, accelerating the testing and debugging and verification of a new app. All these are the unique value Huawei can create for our developers. To build a great ecosystem, we need to take the consumers' demands into the equation. Over the last year, we rolled out email, our phone hotline, and our retail stores around the world and service sites around the world. And also the new feature called Wishlist introduced to App Gallery. We have gathered over 3 million wishes sent by our consumers. So we're not just helping developers, but also consumers. If we cannot satisfy the demands of consumers, you can never establish an ecosystem that lives long. At the moment, we have published 60,000 apps overseas, and 80% of the top global apps are now available on App Gallery, including games, news, media, instant messaging apps, or car hailing or travel apps. So with 1 year effort, at least Huawei phones can be used now. And based on the wish list sent and applied by consumers, we are making targeted investment and resources to make sure the local demands can be met. Some of the requirements or demands of consumers are basic. We will never stop working with local developers and partners. We divide the global market into several different regions, including Europe, Asia Pacific, Middle East Africa, Latin America, and Eurasia. We categorize them, or we divided them into different regions because we knew that demands in different places can vary from each other. That's why in different regions, we will roll out different efforts to make sure the local demands can be satisfied. Then what's our future plan? But before talking about the plan, perhaps we can have a recap on the efforts and projects we've made over the last year. What we've done to satisfy consumers' demands, satisfy the demands of developers for innovation, and satisfy the demands of our partners. Over the last year, we entered a partnership with over 80% of the top 3,000 apps around the world. One of them is TomTom. When you try to rent a car in Europe, usually you will find yourself using TomTom navigation, but that was the past. Later, TomTom was not that popular anymore because Google and other vendors have taken the share of market from these from the local vendors. But actually, TomTom has been in Europe for years. Their map POI and other data are very accurate. As a local vendor, they didn't have enough resources for marketing. That's why TomTom once faced the challenge from the competition of Google and other large vendors. We then worked with TomTom and tailor-made a joint marketing campaign and activity together with TomTom. In 10 major countries in Europe, we offered the free-of-charge app of TomTom for 6 months. And in our retail stores and on App Gallery, we also offer some discount or benefits to TomTom's user. Then over 1 year, TomTom has achieved great growth. Then the second project we had with our partner is with Bolt. Bolt is a car sharing or car hailing app. There are major car hailing or car sharing app today who have the money, the resources to place advertisement, squeezing the other vendors out of the scope, out of the market. And Bolt is one of the smaller vendors. Actually, the Bolt's price is much lower than Uber, but Bolt found it difficult to gain new users, and its presence was limited to certain European and African countries. Then Huawei approached Bolt, trying to launch promotional campaigns in European countries and some African countries. So here are the two projects we've done with the app vendor in Europe. We also work with Russian service provider Sberbank. Sberbank is the top bank in Russia. Over the last 12 months, we were selling Huawei and Honor products. Our share in the market was also the #1 in Russia. So Huawei and Sberbank joined hands. Sberbank tries to provision a mobile payment service. Samsung Pay, Google Pay have been dominating the Russian payment market. If the traditional banks don't embrace the transformation of digitalization, they might miss the opportunity of business in the future. With our reputation and resources in Russia, Huawei helped Sberbank to develop their first NFC-based mobile app. And the app was released on App Gallery in a very short period of time. And only in 2 months, the number of Cyberbank's app grew significantly. And today, the cumulative downloads of Cyberbank's app has soared to 3.2 million. Then Emirates is a leading airline in the world, but it's not that popular and well-known in China. So we introduced Emirates app on App Gallery, letting more consumers in China know about Emirates.
So this is a case of how an overseas app tap into the Chinese market. The last case is about Kumu, a Philippine live streaming app. It's a small but beautiful app. It is a local app in Philippines. All the anchors are local Filipinos. This is a small-sized app. It is hard for it to get resources in iOS and the Google Store. We're about to launch the P40 in Philippines, so we worked with Kumu for a joint marketing campaign. In 15 days, the traffic of Kumu, the revenue grew by 40 times during a 15-day promotion. This is a case of local cooperation. I just talk about how we cooperate with local developers to grow their business. Huawei as a technology company, technological innovation is part of our DNAs.
Global partners achieve significant business growth all over the world. TomTom and Huawei jointly developed the European market.
At TomTom, we're all about creating safer, cleaner, congestion-free world. And hundreds of millions of drivers trust us to keep them moving. And that every single day. We want to make sure that as many drivers as possible get to drive with our award-winning navigation apps. For us at TomTom, it's really exciting to get the latest and greatest Go Navigation and Amigo by TomTom now available to the massive Huawei community around the world.
Amigo's launch on the App Gallery has been one of our fastest-growing platforms. We've already seen hundreds of thousands of downloads within the first few weeks of launch.
Bolt achieved cross-regional growth in Europe through collaboration with Huawei.
Bolt arrived on App Gallery on 16th of July 2020, after we integrated Huawei Mobile Services Core to provide users with enhanced urban traveling experience. Together with Huawei, we prepared joint campaigns to introduce Bolt's products to a wider range of new customers using App Gallery.
In Russia, Sberbank provides NFC contactless payment experience for local users using HMS.
The partnership between Sberbank and Huawei is an innovative and unique case which has been a great example of commitment. Thanks to our cooperation, the cutting-edge technologies have become available to Russian users of Huawei and Honor smartphones.
In Asia, Kumu grows rapidly in Huawei ecosystem as an emerging application.
Kumu and Huawei are sharing the same commitment to our consumers for a better user experience. We're looking forward to tomorrow's collaboration in terms of technical and marketing, and further be a participant in the Huawei ecosystem for the future.
In the Middle East, Emirates work closely with Huawei on premium consumer services.
It is our pleasure to collaborate with market leader Huawei to promote the Emirates app to its mobile phone users and customers to enjoy. Huawei's innovative app gallery platform provides our valued customers with tools to make travel planning easier and provide information at their fingertips.
Now I'd like to talk about innovation. We do not want to be a Me Too company. We want to be better than the competitor. We will enable our developers with our technologies and innovations so that they can offer better user experience. Here, I'd like to share with you a few cases. Those are the important kits. Dr. Wang and Mr. Zhang Ping'an have talked about this. We have a camera kit, machine learning kit, multi-screen collaboration kit, and security kit. We will empower our developers and partners with those capabilities. Here, I'd like to show you another video.
App Gallery sets new standards in an innovative experience while collaborating with partners around the world. Like Gameloft, that enables you to simply tap and share a magical game experience.
HUAWEI CAST Plus Kit extends our mobile gaming experience to larger display mediums, such as smart TV. Using Huawei One-Hop technology, playing with friends has never been easier.
GrabJobs develop an in-app recruiting and interview experience supported by CastKit.
The HUAWEI CastKit perfectly answers our needs in this aspect, providing developers access to open abilities based on the Huawei MeTime service. This kit makes in-app video calling smooth and easy, even with weak network signals.
Or Sbir devices that develop the Oko Smartbox with CAST Plus and One-Hop kits that enables to simply tap and share your smartphone screen on your TV screen.
With the help of HUAWEI's CAST Plus and One-Hop solution, it is now easy to share your smartphone screen on the big TV screen through connected Oko Smartbox.
Or PayBuy, which provides a more secure payment with 3D facial recognition supported by Security Kit.
نشهد تعاون باي لخدمات الدفع المحلي عبر الهاتف المحمول في دولة الإمارات مع شركة هواوي ونشر المزيد من التقنيات العصرية داخل دولة الإمارات والشرق الأوسط.
Perfect World and Huawei enable an innovative experience in a foldable smartphone and a smart use of Face AR.
通过探索和创新 5G 分布式能力、折叠屏和 AR 面部识别等技术，完美世界的游戏产品结合华为最前沿的科技，打造出次世代娱乐内容，让海内外用户受益。
Pascal's Wager created together with Huawei an amazing visual quality, a unique AR experience with Huawei foldable smartphone.
Today I want to show you the next evolution of Pascal's Wager with Huawei's incredible Mate XS folding screen. Just unfold the screen. You can enjoy the game as if you were watching a movie in an IMAX theater. Best of all, the graphic transition will be smooth and natural.
In the past year, we encountered many challenges. We worked with developers and partners to overcome the difficulties. I visited many partners and developers who told us that they hope that Huawei can provide more services and support to them. They hope we can open our service network and retail network. We are going to open 3 innovation labs. Since the European market is very important for us, so these 3 ecosystem labs will be in Europe. We will also enhance face-to-face offline communication with developers so as to better solve their problems. So we will establish 5 developer service centers, including in Romania and in Malaysia and other countries. This is our plan to provide better service to partners and developers. Another major plan I'd like to announce today is as follows. Richard mentioned many developers want to tap to the overseas market, while many overseas apps want to enter into China. Tomorrow we are going to announce the launch of Go Global Alliance. We hope to help Chinese apps enter overseas market. We talked to the app developers in China. They have 3 core requirements. First, product localization. Many developers have done a very good job in this aspect. However, some other developers may encounter some difficulties for localized development. Second, local promotion. They do not have a good way to promote the products. They may have to rely on third-party companies with not so satisfactory results. The third problem or challenge is local compliance. This is a common issue. How to take into account a local culture, custom, and local regulations and laws, and ensure consistent compliance. So we are going to focus on these 3 areas and to bring and develop the Global Alliance. We will work together with our partners to build up capabilities and develop a product and open such product to the partners.
稍微发挥多讲一下这个关于这个本地化问题，其实我们还有一个非常大的挑战，就是
Another major challenge with regard to localization is that the distribution channel is monopolized by Apple and Google in overseas market. It is hard for us to rise up from such monopoly. Some apps are forced to go offline. This is a major problem faced by apps, Chinese apps wanting to go global. Sometimes we want to develop users or want to do advertisement. We have to rely on Facebook or Google. They have dominated the advertising platforms. Of course, there are some middle and small-sized ads providers, but they are not the mainstream. A major vision and mission of HMS ecosystem is that we hope to work together with partners and developers to break the monopoly in distribution and in advertisement. We hope to offer a more open and fair environment and platform.
那么前面也讲了，就是海外也有很多应用想要看出这个中国市场的巨大潜力。
As I mentioned, many foreign apps want to enter the Chinese market. In the last year, we helped over 700 apps enter the Chinese market, which have grown their business. Last year, we released the $1 billion Shining Star program. Such program has provided incentives for more than 10,000 apps. This figure is increasing on a daily basis. We will continue this program. We are going to host campus developer contest and AI development contest. We will also hold regional or theme-based HDDs. So much about the Shining Star program. Today is the first day for our HDC. Tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, we offer 2 days sessions in total, covering 54 topics. For all scenarios, 138 topics for HMS Core, 48 topics for Harmony OS, and 63 topics for service and growth. In total, 320 topics will be talked or discussed in our sub-forums held in Huawei University. We hope you can participate in these sessions. We prepared 3 dedicated channels for overseas developers. The first channel is for HMS Core 5.0. We're going to talk about the diverse cross-industry ecosystem. Then the second channel will be on how we can help developers to innovate and grow with HMS. And the third channel is on how we can bring a seamless AI life to our developers' users. Because of the outbreak, sadly many cannot join this on site, but we do hope to see as many of you coming to the sessions as possible. Again, I'd like to say a big thank you to our global developers and partners for joining us on the HDC together this year. Thank you very much.
华为开发者大会2020 Together 主题演讲到此结束。
This will be the end of the keynote sessions of Huawei HDC Together. Please stay tuned with our